Hello, 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 family. Hello. I am here to do how to handle this, right? Messages from the ancestors per sign, right? So we're doing signs today. Um, I will probably be back probably tomorrow to do messages, but today is per sign. So, I'm tapping on everyone's zodiac. So if you want to know how to handle some things, this message is for you, right? Whether it's whatever you have going on in your life at this time, this is the energy that is being brought forth. I'm just a vessel, right? A messenger in reference of the ancestor messages. Hello, hello, family. Hey, T Rose. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Latanya. Hey, Sharon. I see all y'all coming in here. So today, family, I'm doing zodiacs, right? So this is a change to our messages that I normally do. So everybody will have a message tonight based off of your zodiac, whether you are, you resonate with the Western or whether you resonate with the true sidereal and the verdict like I do, right? But I'm definitely tapping on all signs, all right? Now, another thing I wanted to let you guys know for my Patreonians, hello, hello, hello. We have a lot of things coming up for my Patreonians. Hey, Lily. Major things, right? So we have another Zoom that's coming up. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. And because we've been doing Zooms as our meetups and so forth, so we don't just always talk over the chats and so forth. I've been meeting with my actual tribe, right, over on Patreon. So we will be having another one of those soon before the end of this month. We also have a new moon coming up. Please utilize the moon phases. All right. The new moon is coming on the 24th. This energy has kicked in. I will be doing a reading on that on High Priestess Key 333. I also want to say my condolences to the family of our favorite childhood son or brother to a lot of us that watched. I know I did, the Cosby Show, right? So Malcolm Jamal Warner, I loved him as Theo. And I know he played on The Resident as well because I watched that with Morris Chestnut. That's a good one too, right? So but I hate that happened, I did see that. Yes, Sharon. Yeah. And everybody was always so, dedicated to those shows in the 80s and the 90s, right? So all of us, I'm telling my age, but we grew up on, the Cosby shows and the Jeffersons and the different strokes and, all the old school good times, right? I love me some good times. So, all of those shows we kind of got connected to and the characters, right? He wasn't Malcolm Jamal Warner to us, he was Theo, right? So I wanted to talk about that before, getting started with the signs and letting people get in. Hey, Jeanette. And hey, Ebony. I see all y'all coming in here, but I did want to, touch on that and say my condolences. I hate that happened today. But if you guys go back to my warnings, readings on High Priestess Key, I talked about these deaths and things of that sort that will be seen, right? And I told you guys Mars and K2 coming conjunct. I told you about water, right? You see how water is coming prominent in a lot of deaths, right? I talked about this. I warned on this, right? So these are the things that we start seeing play out, right? Another thing I wanted to let you guys know, hey, D. Gilmore, hey, Amber. Another thing I wanted to touch on and let you guys know right now, I am running a sale on readings, okay? I'm caught up on the readings, right? Because some of you were sending me emails in reference of booking readings, and I do take those as well. But it was kind of like coinciding with booking it on the website, right? So you could still send me emails in reference of readings and contact me how y'all normally do texts and all those type of things. But now just make sure you remember that if you want to go ahead and book with the special price, it's out on the website. just email me and let me know if you want to update it in reference of getting your personal reading with the sale price. So it's on sale right now, okay? So please, please, please get those bookings in because they've been definitely getting piled up. So I have to, you may be a little further behind. 24 to 48 hours is what I normally say, but just try to get them in as soon as possible, okay? All right, so let's get to these readings. This is per signs, okay? And I guess we'll go in order, okay? Now I'm gonna go based off of the True Sidereal Spiritual Astrology order, okay? So with that being said, I know you guys are like, what? I know. But this is the way that I'm going to do it for today, okay? So it's not going to be in the Western order. It's going to be in the spiritual astrology order, okay? Which the first is going to be Virgo, okay? And the question for the readings today, yes, Stand for the Sun, right? I know, loved all of those. All of y'all still talking about it in the comments. Yes, I see it, family. Yes, it was horrible. I left like he was never the same after his girlfriend Michelle passed. Yes, you remember that, right? Yes, a lot of memories. And then some people were saying my favorite episode was the Gordon Gartrell episode. That was my favorite too, when he came in there with that shirt that was tore up. That was one of my favorites, right? So yeah, a lot of memories, and you know, rest in power to that goddess. I mean that God, right? That king, right? Yeah, I hate that. So let's get to it. Virgo energy in reference of how to handle this, right? So a lot of people have questions about how to handle this. You know what I'm saying? Or when he was sad over Justine. Yes. And they really dated in real life. Yeah, that's her real name was Michelle. They dated in real life. Justine. I remember when he used to was on that episode where he was singing about her. Justine. Oh man, those brought back a lot of memories. I love the Cosby shows back then. You know? And I mean, I could still watch episodes of it too, family. Don't get me started. Okay. R.I.P. to that king. All right. So let's get started, family. That's how my first sewing project came. Amber, you is crazy. Oh, y'all so silly. Amber said that's how my first sewing project came out. Okay, mine too. For real. Home economics. Okay, look like the Gordon Gartrell. I ain't gonna lie. Representing the Golden Bulls. Okay. That was my high school back in the good old Ville, honey. I went to E to the Smith. Okay, representing always. Okay. Anyways, let me get to this reading. Okay, I could be laughing with y'all here all night. All right, family, we're going to start with Virgos, okay? And this is all about how to handle this, whatever it may be for you, how to handle it. You may have questions on how to handle work, money, you know, how whatever's going to come out is going to be a message in reference of whatever you're dealing with, all right? So that's the message for the answer from the ancestors. So let's see. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. How to handle this. What does the ancestors want you to know on how to handle this, Virgo? How to handle this. Ancestors said with travel, okay? Get up and get out and get something, okay? Don't let the days of the life pass by, okay? You may be feeling imprisoned, okay? You may be feeling stuck. You may be needing a way to get out, right? You may be needing to travel, or you may have to travel. Some of you Virgos are going to go visit someone who is imprisoned, someone who is in jail. But for a lot of you Virgos, it's ancestors saying, how do you handle this? You handle this by getting up and traveling, going wherever it is that you desire to go. How do you handle this, Virgo? With some nice guy, okay? There's going to be a nice guy that comes about for some of you Virgos. You may be the nice guy for my Virgo male. Ancestors is saying, but whatever this is something that you're leaving behind or you're moving away from, something that may have made you feel very stuck, stagnated, right? Restricted, Virgos. There could be some nice guy that comes in and gives you that extra push, the motivation, the move towards doing something different. And some of you are just unbothered. Okay. In reference of something ending. Here's the endings, right, Virgo? And I'm seeing, Virgo, a lot of roads, right? This is about the road that you've traveled. It comes in reference of something that is ending for you, right? But the end is a 10 on two different cards that are here. So lets me know that that ending becomes new beginnings for you. Okay. It's something that opens the road for you, right? Although you may feel that your roads have been closed or however it may seem, but the ancestors is showing something different, Virgo. This may also be that you go on some type of travel trip, Virgo, in reference of how to handle this, and you meet somebody nice on that trip. Okay, just from being allowing your mind to be open and to not feel unbothered about whatever situations you're going through. Maybe you're going on a trip to relieve and rest your mind, or to no longer to put some things to an end. Right? Let's see what ancestors say. Clarity on the travel for Virgo. On how to handle this. Clarity on the travel for Virgo. Yeah, because you over it. Okay, the 4 of Cups on that travel. You ready to go? You know, you over it. Something that you were trying, something that someone tried to offer you, or was an offer that you're rejecting. You're over it. You're avoiding it, Virgo, and it's okay. You're trying to have the strength to move forward. It looks like I said, there's some. Yeah, look at this. The Empress flew right out. So there's definitely something here in reference of you moving into something that's going to allow you to be abundant, something that is going to bring something to a conclusion, to a completion, is what I'm feeling with the World card on the bottom of the deck. Some of you Virgos, this is in reference of you meeting the new guy, a nice guy out on travel, on vacation of some sort, and you wind up in the future, wind up getting pregnant by this person. Okay, that's what I'm seeing as well. Unbothered. Why is the unbothered here for Virgo? Yeah, the 5 of Cups, something that you looked at as a loss, okay, because of these endings, Virgo. Something that could have been detrimental, right? Because I have the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups here in reference of your energy at this time about how to handle this. This is something that has caused you some grief, okay? This is something that is like, it may have not went the way that you wanted it to go, but you have to realize that there's still some things that you have that can still happen for you. And the ancestors is showing me it's true, because even on the unbothered, you're trying to make it seem like you're unbothered, but you really are going through something, right? Internally, because cups are emotions, right? So you're mentally trying to avoid some emotional things that are going on with you because of some type of ending or something that has moved away, right? Or some type of endings. Yeah, I have secrets on the bottom of the deck. Ancestors, what's the secrets? Well, the new beginning, the Fool card. Like I said, and you may have that intuitively. Virgos are very intuitive, so you may already understand, and that's why the unbothered is here. Although you may feel this energy of the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, which is definitely energy of avoidance, definitely energy of I'm over it, side eyeing whatever and whoever. You know what I'm saying? But in all, just know that underneath of everything, that you have some type of support that's here. It looks like male energy. Yeah. So that's how you handle it. Continue to stay positive. Okay. Ancestors is showing a new beginning. Yeah. It's something that, and how you handle it is go ahead and walk away from it. Okay. Go ahead and walk away from it. Okay. Because there is something that the ancestors is showing that you have to be committed. And sometimes being committed and being able to walk away from whatever this situation is like, this could be about work. This could be about love, whatever it is, right? And it is causing you something down in your heart in reference of something that you're attached to, you're committed to in some way. But sometimes you got to step out on faith and allow faith to allow you to move to the next level. Okay. So you don't want to hold yourself back, Virgo. Okay. So please, yeah, that's your message, how to handle this. Ancestors said, all in all, based off of what I showed you, I mean, on what I told you, it's about the Eight of Cups that's here. Let me pull the outcome message in reference of how to handle this, and we'll move on. Hey, Eldra. Outcome message for Virgo on how to handle this. Outcome message in reference of Virgo on how to handle this. Outcome message for Virgo. Thank you. Quieting my ego. Yeah. Okay. My ego is no longer taking control of my life. Rather, I allow myself my higher self to guide me. And that's definitely what the ancestors want you to do. All right. Listen to your intuition. Open your third eye. Don't allow your ego to get to you where you're feeling this type of energy where it's the Five of Cups and it's the Four of Cups where you're blocking your blessings because you're doing something that you're feeling unbothered, or you're trying to show others that you're unbothered, but deep down inside you're emotionally going through some things, and you may be still trying to hold on because you're trying to stay committed to whatever it is. The ancestors is telling you it's time to let something go. All right. It may be time for you to move on. It may be time for you to travel. All right. So that's the quieting your ego, because it's like your ego may be taking over some things where you have the opportunity, you have the new beginnings, but it's some things that's coming to an ending. All right. So that's how you handle that, Virgo. All right. Let's move on. Gemini. How does Gemini need to handle this at this time? How does Gemini need to handle this, whatever this is for Gemini at this time, ancestors? Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. How do they need to handle this at this time? Gemini, how do they need to handle whatever situation they're going through? A relationship. Okay. So how do you need to handle this? You need to maybe just it looks like it's some trauma or some drama that's behind a relationship. Now, this relationship could be an actual relationship that you're in, but it doesn't actually have to be a relationship that you're in. It could be a friendship. It could be a family situation, right? A family member that you have a relationship with, right? And the ancestors is telling you it's time for you to, start looking at your relationships a little. Yeah. And enamored. Okay. The enamored card comes out, with the change on the bottom. So the ancestors is saying, Gemini, how do you handle this? For some of you, you're being looked at as, like someone who has it together, or the enamored. Enamored means to be, glorified, or to love someone's, energy, right? Within this relationship, there is a change. For some of you in this situation, right? Or they have noticed your change. How do you handle this? You continue being the way that you are, because it looks like you're ending. You're winning, right? And this winning that I'm seeing, look at it. Look at this. Look at the hearts and the love. You know how you handle this is you're getting support from some type of relationship. Enamored. Okay, you could be enamoring someone. There's a change. You may have just changed your look, your dress, your mindset. This could be some type of change in reference of, a relationship, right? Who you're dealing with, how to handle this. A boss. Okay. So how you handle this, Gemini, in reference of this boss, there's something that how do you handle this? This could be something about a job. You could be the boss, okay, of someone, or you could be dealing with the boss. How to handle this? Continue to handle it by being the nice person, by being the one that they look at that maybe is, when somebody enamors you, it's like they adore you, right? So it's like, continue to look at it in a positive aspect on how to handle this, because the relationship is good between you and this person, or you and this boss, or you may want it to be, or maybe the boss wants it to be, or maybe you are the boss, right? Clarity on this relationship for Gemini, how to handle this. Thank you, ancestors. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles. This is about somebody you working with, okay? Collaborating with, right? To get the coin. Yeah, it could even be a social media type situation that you're collaborating with others on, or just could be in reference of technology. Maybe you work in technology. But the relationship goes back to the coin. Okay, that's the Three of Pentacles, right? So, and that goes back to the boss, right? Having to get get together and work with others, but also being looked at by the boss. Maybe the way to handle it is maybe others are looking at you like you're being the one that's being, rewarded and looked at with the good relationship with the boss. So maybe some of the other people are looking at you like, oh, she, brown nosing, or either, you know what I'm saying? Like she getting all the love from the boss. No, it's not that. How do you handle it? You continue to work as a team player. Okay. What else in reference of enamor for Gemini ancestors? Thank you. The Ten of Pentacles. Ashe. Okay. Get that money, honey. Okay. Thank you, T Rose. But yes, get that money, honey. Okay. So the good deed that you're doing is making things move for you in a positive way, Gemini. So how to handle this is definitely the ancestors saying continue to put that love out there. Look at those hearts around the enamor, and it's going to bring in money. For some of you Geminis who are the boss or who has a business, right? It's about you cultivating relationships, good relationships with people as being the boss over your new company. When you put that energy out, people are going to love it, and you're going to make a lot of money. And you're also going to be able to hire people that's going to help you make money. You see all those pentacles, the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. And 3 and 10 is 13, which is definitely Ganymede energy, which is definitely all about educating yourself. Some of you, maybe you have studied business, or if you haven't studied business, you need to maybe look at something in reference of studying business, because that's going to spin the aspect of you changing the revenue in your company, and even helping towards finding out how to, hire somebody who can help you. You may feel like you can do it all on your own, but it really need to have some help for some of you. Okay. And in reference of some of my Geminis, this is giving the energy of you're going to move into some type of position where you're going to be working with others. It's going to be like an all new beginning of things. And it's going to bring in a lot of revenue. It's going to bring in a lot of money. Although it may feel like negative energy, you keep getting it. The boss. Okay. The emperor. And look, I can't make this up. The Most High on the bottom of the deck is all in favor, okay, of the Most High. It's with divine order. Look at the boss, which is the emperor. You may have two bosses, okay, but this also could be you hiring somebody to help you, control the position that you're in at your own job, or you may become the boss. Like your boss elevates you to the boss. It's next level, right? This is what I'm seeing for Gemini. How to handle this? Work with others, continue to do the teamwork, continue to cultivate and put out that positive energy in reference of relationships, continue to work hard because your boss is seeing it, okay? And continue, if you're on your own, to boss up. Use creativity in reference of doing some things. And also, Gemini, how to handle this, work with others. Don't let negative thoughts get to you in reference of you got to do everything by yourself. Take a risk. That's what that Fool energy is there. And maybe it may be this Aries that's here. It looks like Aries energy because I had the Fool, I have the Emperor. There's a lot of Aries energy in here. It could also be that we just came out of Aries energy with the Moon. But I feel that this is Aries, somebody Aries that you're going to deal with. And if you wind up meeting somebody or you have somebody in mind that's an Aries, Gemini, that's how you handle this, because that Aries is going to kickstart things. They're going to be very creative. They're going to give you some ideas. All right. So that's how you handle this. Okay. Let's see in the chat what y'all talking about. Oh, Amber, sounds so similar to the message you posted today. Change in situation with the daughter. I'm in the process of trying to get her to work with me on a project. Look, boom. And you're a Gemini, right? I think so. Yeah. Gemini, honey. Yeah, y'all getting it. As long as you work with others and do things like that, it's gonna work in your favor. All right. All right. Spiritual astrology. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Golden child. Sag. How should Sag handle this? Sagittarius. Sun, moon, rising, ancestors, wherever it may be in your chart. Yes, now I'm Sag. Thank you. So happy that you're in here doing that for me, T Rose. I appreciate you, sis. I wish I could make you a mod. Okay. Let me get to it. Sagittarius. How does Sagittarius need to handle this? How does Sag need to handle this situation that they're going through? Oh, Gemini, I forgot to give you your outcome message. Back up, back up, back up, back up. I forgot to give Gemini their outcome message. Gemini outcome message, please. Gemini outcome message. My fault, Gemini. Okay, there you go. All right, opening my mind, 29, to be divine. Okay, look at the pyramid with the evil eye. Yeah, outcome for Gemini, Ashe. So this is definitely your outcome. Look at how the ancestors want you to remain with your eye open, your third eye open, be discern, right? And so it says, I open my mind to the love, the wisdom, and the guidance of the universe, and I will learn to trust again. See, that trust again comes into play, Gemini, where that was like the teamwork, the relationships, okay? So the ancestors want you to open your mind, all right? Open your mind, and in due time, things will unwind, all right? That's your message, all right? I love that for you guys. I'm a Gemini sun in the true sidereal, so I love that. All right, let's get to Sag. Now we on Sag. All right, Sag. Yeah, now we on Sag. Thank you, T-Rose. All right, how to handle this, Sag? How to handle this? Okay, manipulation. All right, so there's some type of manipulation going on. Okay, how to handle this? Ancestors is saying something about some money. How to handle this manipulation? This could be a love offer. It could be some type of manipulation when it comes to an offer. It doesn't have to be a love offer, but the ancestors is showing how to handle this in reference of some type of offer. Okay, this manipulation is someone trying to show you something that, okay, it's like it's too good to be true. Okay, because this is a big cup with a big bunch of love in it, right? But then it's manipulation beside it. So the ancestors is like, this is a trickster. Right? It's something that's going to, and you know what? Both of them come to the number 11, which is all about low vibrational energy. It's also the ancestors saying that for some of my Sagittarius, how you deal with this, don't deal with it in reference of any sorrow and regret, because that's going to continue to put you in low vibrational energy. It could be some type of entity attachment that is making you feel this way as well. The ancestors want you to know in reference of how to deal with this, Sag, is that you're going to have to cut the strings with someone. Cut the strings, cut the ties. That's what I'm seeing, because on the manipulation card, look at the strings attached to you, right? The strings is like, this could be soul ties. This could be just even family, friendships, whatever this toxic situation is, okay? So ancestors are telling me it's lust. Okay. Ancestors is saying something, if it hasn't already happened, this is in some type of distant future where you're going to start paying attention to this manipulation. This is some type of love situation. Look at this, okay? How to handle this manipulation based off of a love relationship, okay? The ancestors is beside you on one side and on the other. But all in all, this is also saying that, you know, you're in bondage. You're in attachment to this person, you know, in a major way. It's like you can't let this person go. This person is playing mind games with you, okay, Sag? And if this isn't in reference of love, it could be work, it could be money, but it's something that you're lusting after. Family, I just wanted to let you know I did go to the dentist on my last week and had tooth checked out. Wonderful. You go, girl. I'm so glad that you did that, okay? I hope you feel better too, right? Yeah. I'm glad y'all be listening to the ancestors. All right, so the manipulation, the love offer, and the lust. Now, the way that I'm looking at this in reference of, now just had the King of Cups fall out. So this is definitely, you could be dealing with a Scorpio male. It could also be looked at as a Pisces male as well. I'm sorry, no, not Scorpio, Pisces. Well, it could be a Scorpio, okay? I don't know why I said Scorpio. I was really looking at Pisces sign, okay? For this King of Cups, right? But, water element, definitely in reference of this male, okay? That's doing the manipulation for whoever Sagittarius this is. Now, in reference of it not being a love situation, if you're not in that, and this male that is manipulating you because of your lust, okay? You have lust that's making you connected or stay connected to this male in some way. How to handle it? Ancestors is definitely saying that if you don't allow yourself to come out of this situation, it could be that you're attached with this male because of a child, or it could be a child coming into the play with this situation. You could be pregnant. It could be some type of situation where he's manipulating you with this love offer. Ancestors, how should they handle this? Thank you. Ooh. Ancestors said you should release this person. I had the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So the ancestors, and this, I got trash box on the bottom of the deck. This person is trying to manipulate you when it comes to money. Okay, this person is maybe trying to act like they have a lot of money, but really they don't. Really, in actuality, they may be trying to sit on you, Sagittarius, in reference of some type of money. This person is a clown. This person is looked at as a clown in the spiritual realm of things, okay, because of how they're doing the manipulation. They know that they're doing this to you. This is trickery. Also, in reference of this person, it's like a sexual lust. You may be connected or allowing this to happen because this person's sex is so good that, or your sex is so good to someone that you can do this to someone, okay? Clarity in reference of the lust. Now, if it's in reference of money, it may be that you're lusting after money or whatever this job situation is, Sag. And it's like the ancestors is telling you it's time to come up out of that, okay? That you're going to be okay in reference of getting to the money, but don't get manipulated with new job offers or new money offers or get rich schemes is what the ancestors want you to know of how to handle this. You have to constantly remind yourself, because in some cases, I have the 7 of Cups that's here underneath the lust, and that's the ancestors telling me that you're in your mind a lot about what you're lusting after. It's like you're lusting after a lot of things. It could be not just love, right? Or not just sex with this person if it's not the love offer and it's money or a job. It could be that you're lusting after the wrong thing. You may be all up in your head about this situation because the 7 of Cups is also attached to emotions, but it's also an imaginary type card, right? So you're just imagining all the things that you want to have and, get towards. But ancestors say that's lust. See, sometimes we have to just be creative, right? Instead of actually lusting after things and allow it to come to us, because the low vibrational energy is going to bring in something that's going to be toxic for you. And it's going to just be just that, something that you've lusted after, but it's not going to be long term. So how do you handle this? You need to understand this. There's secrets. There's some things that you may be keeping away from yourself, or, it's somebody keeping away from you, or you may be keeping secrets from others, right? But the answers want you to know whatever this is, right? That you feel like you can't come out of. Okay. Oh, it wasn't flame. Yeah, see? Yeah, look at that. You staying guarded. Ancestors said, but that's a new start. See, the Knight of Wands, there you are in your own reading, right? So I feel like, Sag, that the ancestors is definitely telling you that this is the time for you to use discernment, use your intuition, because whatever you're thinking about or whatever is happening in your life right now is manipulation, okay? And like I said, this is coming in full force from somebody who you may feel like is somebody who is loving, right? Who may be love bombing you, right? Who may be trying to offer you money, trying to take you, you may be paying your bills, trying to do a love offer, but it's all behind money. It's a money situation for you. It's either money and sex. Okay, look at the lust and look at the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, right? And you imagining that things are going to change, Sag, when in actuality the ancestor said in the distant future this situation could be something legal that comes down the line. That legal situation could be some type of divorce, or it could be something about somebody you may have to sue. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. How to handle this. Don't get wrapped up in what looks good, because it looks like something is gonna be like, even if it's you going after something that like a job, and they like try to offer you something that's too good to be true, and you may be lusting after something that you truly want, but it's not gonna be just that. It's gonna be something that's underlying that's not gonna be good for you. Outcome message for Sag. So that's how you handle it, regardless of the situation, ancestors saying. All right. Traveling, okay, is what I have here for you, Sag. Traveling opened my mind and raises my self-development to new levels. And you also have quieting my ego, okay, on the bottom as well, about the same one that I think Virgo got. So you may have Virgo in your chart somewhere, but the answers is saying it's time for you to maybe look on the map and travel somewhere, open your mind in reference of something that is going to allow you to self-develop, maybe to change your ideas and your mindset around whatever it is that you feel that you have to have, because we have that lust card that's here. The answers want you to, if not literally traveling in reference of opening your mind to other aspects of things, all right, and quieting your ego, because your ego is making you feel like, oh, I'm supposed to have this and I'm supposed to do this, when the answers is like you need to slow down. Okay, so that's your message. All right, that's your message. Pisces. Pisces, how do you handle this? How does my Pisces need to handle their situation? Answers, Pisces. How does Pisces need to handle their situation? How does Pisces need to handle their situation? How does Pisces need to handle their situation? Pisces. How does Pisces need to handle their situation? How does Pisces need to handle their situation? Thank you. Okay, Pisces. This is something in reference of some type of position or job, okay? It's like you haven't received a phone call that you've been waiting on, that you've been waiting to get, or some type of you've been waiting to get some type of phone call, maybe some type of message, but you haven't received communication. Okay, this could also be some type of health situation for you, Pisces, where you're waiting on some type of call to confirm, what it is or how you may be, dealing with, or results. That's what I'm trying to say. Results. Thank you, ancestors. Right. And so the ancestors is telling you right here, okay, because I have message in reverse and I have mature woman, okay, and this is female energy that I'm speaking to, and then I have occupation, which is a doctor, okay. So this lets me know for someone you haven't received the communication. This is a female Pisces that I'm speaking to. Although tarot and oracle is fluid, it could be a male, right? But in this energy that I'm looking at, this is a female, mature female, okay, that you're waiting on communication, but you haven't received it yet. You're waiting on that message. You even look a little worried, okay? But this doctor or situation that you're waiting on, let's see what answers want you to know. There's no communication at this time, okay? So something is going to come into you, okay, very soon. It looks like clarity on this situation. The no communication. Looks like something's coming in. Okay, so this is going to be some situation. It's like as if you're worried about it, though, right? The ancestors is showing me you're worried about it. The Knight of Swords is here, and then I have the Divine Partner. This could even be you waiting on, you haven't got any communication from someone that you're connected to in a relationship, or there could be some type of fussing, some type of fighting. You could be all in your mind and all in your head about this situation, and you haven't talked to this person. This person could be in some type of medical position. Maybe they work in the medical field. Let's see what the ancestors say. Yeah, okay. So I got the Ten of Swords here. Okay, that Ten of Swords definitely could be letting me know that this is the no communication. I hate to say it, how to handle this is that you may have to just allow yourself to move forward in whatever it is that you truly feels like your intuition is letting you know, because I have mature woman here. So it's like you're mature enough to know that this situation has come to an end, or that there's something that's not going to be a good outcome. Okay, I have to be truthful in the message. I also have some things here about some type of abuse. Okay, so between you and your partner, looks like there's some type of abusive relationship that's here, and it looks like the ancestors is saying what it's going to come to is some type of legal issues. Okay, it could be that you're going through some type of legal issues, and the ancestors is showing it here with this Ten of Swords. It looks like abuse, right? And it may have been that you had to go to a doctor in some situation that is here. And the answers is telling you it's good that you don't have communication with this person, although you may have thought this person was a divine partner. This male has caused you major issues. This male has maybe even given you a black eye. This male has maybe even been very, very, very abusive in whatever way this is. And the answers is saying you need to take this person to court. Okay, you need to file the report. You need to take this person to court. This person ain't no good. This person ain't no divine partner. Okay, making me mad. Okay, and the ancestors say you should be mature enough to be able to see this. Pisces is the messenger of endurance. So I know you're going through some things, all right, but the ancestors say you got to have faith, you got to stay positive, and you got to do what's best for you and your family. This is not a divine partner. This was a divine partner, they wouldn't do this to you. Okay, so this is definitely energy showing. Ancestors say it's time for you to look legal issues in reference of this devil. Okay, this devil is obsessed with you. All right, back to back, ancestors showing it in the cards. Look, and it is the exchange of money in some type of situation with this devil, or you've been giving this devil some money, or that this devil is giving you the money, and that's why you want to stay in the relationship, but you got to come out of it, Pisces. All right, no communication. Yes, there shouldn't be any communication with this person at all. Okay. How to deal with this, you need to file charges. You need to do something legal in reference of this, because it's not going to stop. This person is very violent. This is a male. This ain't going to resonate with everybody. I'm going to tell you that now. Whoever this woman is that is in this situation, you have divine discernment, the ancestors say. You know in your heart of hearts it's time to let this situation go. This person could have even pulled a knife out on you at one time. I'm seeing that. I don't like this message, ancestors, but I have to deliver the message. I have to be truthful in the message. This woman could wear glasses. This male could get high. What else, ancestors, in reference of not this message, what's for a message for someone else? Okay. So I do have the Hierophant and I have the Five of Wands. Pisces, you're going through a lot of stuff up in the clouds. It's like, if for my Pisces, if you're not this one going through any type of abusive situation, it's some type of conflict that you're having in reference of a commitment. Okay, you're committed to something that's causing you some type of turmoil. Okay, and the ancestors want you to get out of your head, get out of your mind. You're obsessing, or you have been obsessive about something that does not serve your highest good, is what the ancestors is showing me here. And it's going to be to your detriment if you don't let it go. That's how you need to deal with it. You may not be communicating with others. You may be in soul solitude because of something that you have been coming together with that does not serve you. Ancestors want you to turn and lean on your faith of the Most High throughout this situation, in this conflict. It could be 5 different things. It could be sex. It could be smoking. It could be whatever. It looks like it could be some type of drugs up in your head, doing a lot of smoking. Look at all the smoke around your head. Clouds, up in the clouds. You are delusional about something right now. And I just have to be truthful in the message, Pisces. Ancestors want you to release and let it go. Some of you need to go in reference of having some type of health situation, because you're causing yourself some type of harm in reference of your health, Pisces. Outcome message for Pisces coming out of that. Ancestors, I'm coming out of Pisces. Just give me an outcome message for them and what they need to do. Thank you. Creating new habits. Boom. Ancestors don't lie. Create new habits. And your new habits need to be releasing and letting go of whatever no longer serves you. Ancestors say creating new habits. That's what you need to do. You need to be writing down you need to write down, release some things. You need to be, calm and collected and get yourself together. The message says, I am strong enough to turn bad practices into good habits. I am the creator of my own life. I can't make this up. That's your message, Pisces. Create new habits, because your old ones they got to go, because this is not good. This don't look good. All right, next, Taurus. My bulls, Taurus. Okay. All right, Elger, get your cook on. Thank you, T-Rose. Taurus. Taurus. What is it that Taurus needs to know right now on how to handle this, ancestors? What does Taurus need to do to handle whatever it is that they're going through at this time? Thank you, ancestors, Taurus. Yeah. Okay, Taurus. Ancestors said real love. Okay. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to set my heart free, real love. I'm searching for real love. Okay. And then I have the gift. Okay, Taurus. And then I have the opposition. All right. Okay, so Answers is definitely saying, you know, you are looking for real love. Okay, I'm seeing that in the cards, Taurus. All right, and the Answers is definitely saying you may even feel like you're getting real love from someone or something. Answers is said, but you have a gift of discernment. You have a gift that you can be able to see what is to come. Right, you Taurus, the law of universal law for Taurus is all about inspired actions. Okay. So answers to say, for some reason, you have somebody who is trying to come up against you. You've been through some things, you know. You may be having somebody who's trying to create some type of illusion, okay, by acting like they're truly in love with you or bringing in some type of love aspect of things. But the answers want you to look closely. You have a gift, right? This person could be bringing in a gift. Okay, but this gift right here is of discernment, okay, because it's on your soul. This is a gift of discernment, and the answer is to say, but the opposition is you having to heal. You need to heal from some things. Yeah, there go Mary J. Blige again. T-Rose, you crazy. Right? I know she always be showing up. I don't know, y'all. Listen, you know I love 90s R&B. Okay. Okay, so let's clarify, Taurus. I'm definitely seeing that this is something about you healing. You need some healing, okay? It's like, you know, it's like as if you maybe even got out of a relationship and you know what it is that you truly want because you want a real relationship. And maybe this relationship is like that you just got out of. It was something that was making you feel like very, you know, it's Saturn energy. So it's like karmic, right? And you know it, right? You know exactly what this relationship was or how it went and why it may have not even worked, or why you felt like this person was the opposition, or how you felt in reference of, you know, feeling like this situation just wasn't going to be able to work out, because you still have to heal from that. Okay, you still have to heal from that. Let me see what the answers to say in reference of clarity for Taurus on this real love. Real love for Taurus. Yeah. And you know what? Listen, answers to say, yeah. See, one thing about it is like the Tauruses, from whatever it is, it's like you've went through relationships and it's like you want real love, but it's been scorned because you've been in situations where it's been like, you know, infidelity, right? Or you've been in relationships because of the money, or it's like, or that person has been in a relationship with you, vice versa. You know, either you the one that cheated or you was the one that they was with because of the money. Whichever way it goes, now you're guarding your heart. You know what I'm saying? Now you got your sword up. Like what? You know, that's the page. But this is also about a new relationship that you guarded on too. So some of you this is a new situationship, right? And the answers is telling you open your eyes, okay, and don't be surprised, okay? Because whatever you're experiencing now, I'm saying this could be with a Libra as well. You could be dealing with a Libra, okay? And remember, with Taurus, if this is a Libra, because I know you're inspired to do some things, but it's still some energy here in reference of healing, okay? I have to be truthful in it. And I still got the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Why is the gift here for Taurus in reference of how to handle this? Thank you. Yeah, I can't make this up. Emotional manipulation. And that's the secrets. See, the answers don't play no games. See, the answers said you want the real love that goes back to the karmic relationship, because this real love, okay, that's on the card, it has the 15 there. That lets me know about Saturn. So that lets me know definitely that there is some emotional manipulation within this power. Somebody having power over you. Somebody can play with your heartstrings because you definitely want to have real love. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're inspired to do. Even if you're inspired to get love out of some type of situation, whether that's love in reference of, at work or whatever it may be, it's still like you got your guard up because you're scared of something that has happened in the past. That's something, there's still some secrets there. You could be the emotional manipulator out of this situation. Okay. But the answer is to say you have the gift of discernment to be able to see this emotional manipulator. You have the gift to be able to see this emotional manipulator, Taurus. You have the gift. How to handle this? Use your discernment. It's spilling it right out. Why is the opposition here for Taurus in reference to how to handle this? Yeah, Queen of Cups flew right out. Instance is in the 10 of Wands. Some of you Tauruses is like, you got to heal, baby. You know what I'm saying? Some of you are mothers, right? Trying to take on the things that have been causing. And look at how this look. Look at how you look. You got to heal. Look at how you look. You got to heal. 10 and 8. That's Dion energy. You should know the do's and the don'ts right now in reference of what to do and what not to do. What you got to do to get out of this situation. For some of you still in this situation that's beating you up, right? When you know this person that you feel like is real love is the opposition. This person is faking the funk. This person is an emotional manipulator. They know how to get you. Okay, you may be this may be the father of your child, or you may be or that person may be the mother of your child. But it's a burden. It's become a burden. It's become something heavy for you. That's why the answers is showing me the last card for you, Taurus. How to handle this is you got to heal. You should get tired of feeling beat up. It's time. It's time. That's how you handle this. Love on yourself. Nurture on yourself. This Queen of Cups is you, or either the energy you should be feeling. Okay? Because the 10 of Wands is definitely a card that's here in reference of what is happening in your life. You need change. Okay? That's how you deal with this. Remove yourself. It's okay to have your guards up. That's fine. But know how to handle this by listening to your intuition, speaking to the Most High and your ancestors, using discernment. Woo. Thank you, ancestors. All of y'all getting the quiet in my ego. I'm going to take another one, ancestors, because that was almost flipped up. For Taurus, ancestors, for Taurus, outcome for Taurus. All right, here we go. Yes, rediscovering myself. Ashe, yes. Thank you, ancestors. Look at how she looking. See, this is after that. This is right here for that healing. Because right now, the answer is how you deal with it. You need to heal from the opposition, because you've been beat up in many situations, physically, spiritually, emotionally, Taurus. And it's time for you to rediscover yourself. Ancestors said a spiritual awakening. How to rediscover yourself. My true self is showing up more and more. Who am I and what do I do is confirmed day after day. You're showing up for yourself. You know the endings. This is 28. This is about endings and new beginnings for you. It's all about you meditating, you praying, you connecting with your Most High, because you got the gift. You see, you got the gift. But you must discern. Ancestors said this is an awakening for you. Some of you are doing your meditation as my Tauruses, right? Ancestors say, I will cultivate mindfulness every day so my vibration rises to a spiritual awakening. Yes. All right. So you must continue to raise your vibration, Taurus, and don't consider yourself to continue to be manipulated. Get yourself out of this, okay? You know how to get yourself out of this. That's why the answers say you got your guard up. You know how to remove yourself from this situation. All right. So that's how you handle this. I do feel better, family. Thank you, Ashe. I love to hear that. All right. Moving on. Scorpio. Scorpios up in the house. Scorpios in the house. I don't know why I wanted to say that. All right, Scorpios. Yes, Scorpios. And I'm glad you're doing this for me, T Rose, because then we can come back and time stamp them because you put them on here. So thank you, T Rose. How does Scorpios need to handle this? Whatever Scorpios is going through. Scorpios, you're going through some emotional pain right now. Emotional pain. This is either around your home, your house, your finances. Emotional pain about a male. Yeah, you're going through this situation, honey. Hey, Miss Pickett. So this is definitely energy, Scorpio, of you going through some major pain. Okay, emotional pain. Okay, the crying, the upset. Thank you so much, T Rose. There's definitely something here. This could even be some type of situation in reference of marriage or relationship, okay, that you're feeling the energy coming through in reference of maybe breakup, sorrow, regret, maybe some type of situation around deception in a relationship, okay, because the answers is showing me emotional pain with some guy, right? And it is causing some type of situation in reference of healing, or you needing healing from this situation. Some of you are just going through a major breakup, a major problem, a major pain. The commitment is causing you some type of issue. It could have been, like I said, monetary situation within this relationship. Give me clarity, ancestors. Clarity on this emotional pain. How to handle this with my Scorpios? How to handle this? Yeah, there you are. Yeah. Dang, Scorpio. My God. Scorpio. I got the King of Cups and I got the Ten of Wands. Look how this is about some type of relationship situation, because I'm getting too much about relationships. And the answer is that you feel like you're in darkness. You went into solitude. You're in isolation. I got the Hermit card on the bottom of the deck. It could be with another Scorpio or it could be with a Virgo, because this is Scorpio that came out, right? King of Cups. Pisces. I don't know why I keep calling that, but maybe it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Answer just using me as a vessel. So maybe it is another Scorpio, or maybe it is a Pisces, or maybe it's a Libra, because I have a Libra here as well. And I have a Virgo. So it could be any of those signs, Scorpio, that you're dealing with in reference of this emotional pain, or who you are with relationship wise, or who you could be dealing with around the job or work or whatever is causing you some type of headache, some type of pain. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe of a commitment. This could be a commitment in a relationship, or it could be a commitment in work, that's causing you some type of issue. However it is, this person looks like the nice guy to everyone else, but they're causing you trauma. Okay, I'm not laughing, but I'm just looking at this person like, right here it says nice guy, but he really ain't. Yeah, you looking at him like, I'm ready to get it, right? I'm ready to, the Queen of Swords, right? And yes, okay. And the Wheel of Fortune is here on the bottom of the deck for my for the Queen of Swords on this nice guy. It's like you have major conflict with this guy, or this girl. It could be either way, but this is female energy towards the male. Okay, with any of the signs that I just called out. Okay, you've been having major issues with this person. That is also Scorpio, could be an Aquarius. Okay, this Aquarius actually has some type of true bond, okay, with this person. That's the best word I could get out, right? And it looks like things are turning, because this is a karmic situation. See, that's why that Wheel of Fortune is there. Let's see. Yeah. Look what flew out. Ooh, answers don't be playing with y'all. Look at that hater. And look at the karmic connection on that hater. Look at the hater and look at the karmic connection. Let me see if I can get it where you can see it real good, right? Here's the karmic connection, right? And here's the hater, okay? See that hater? And here's the karmic connection, Scorpio. That's what answers is showing and telling you in reference of this opposition, okay? And who you being beat up against, right? Who's causing you all the harm, emotionally, right? Spiritually, and mentally. It's a karmic connection. And this person is a hater. You know what I'm saying? Clarity on how they should handle this ancestors for Scorpio. Ancestors say yes. Show love. Show love. You got big love for this person, the Ace of Cups. And you know what the ancestors say? The Sun card is here. Yeah, yes. Ancestors say it's all about you. See, this is about positive energy, right? The White Magic card. It's about you putting out positive energy throughout this fight and this fussing that you're going through with this person with the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This has been within the last 5 weeks or so. You may be going through some situations with this person. I'm getting a lot of Aquarius energy now, or it could even be a Leo. Okay. But I'm also feeling, like I said, and back to the Pisces again. So you could be dealing with a Pisces. But this is definitely ancestors saying, you know, this person trying to love bomb you. Whatever your intentions is towards this situation, whether it's you to release it, Scorpio, or to move away from this situation in reference of just love, ancestors is telling you yes, because light is getting ready to be shined down on this situation in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay. So how you're supposed to handle this, continue to shine your light bright, continue to bring things through the darkness to the light with that hermit energy that we had earlier. All right. So that's your message, Scorpio. Very distinct. Very distinct. Oh, outcome message for Scorpio. Outcome message for Scorpio. Outcome message for Scorpio. Thank you. Transformation, which is definitely what you need, right? Look at the wings on the back of you. Ancestors said this is a time of transformation. It is also the number 4, which is moon. Ancestors want you to work with this new moon. Okay, release. Okay, although it's the new moon, you can work with the new moon, whether it's for the good or for the bad. Never let somebody tell you can't work with the moon energy in both aspects. Okay, because the transformation card is coming out for you right now, and that's definitely showing a reference of the things that you're going through. You're going through an emotional situation, and 4 is moon is definitely that, right? Emotional trauma. And since it said part of your transformation might be uncomfortable, but I have the power to go through this. That's your message. You have the power to go through this. You have to know your power. All right. That's your message. I love that for you. All right. Aries. Let's get it. Aries in the house. Let's go, Aries. Let's see what the ancestors want you to know, Aries. How to handle this. How does Aries need to handle whatever it is that they're going through? How does Aries need to handle everything that they're going through? Aries. How does Aries need to handle everything that they're going through? Aries. How does Aries need to handle everything that they're going through? How does Aries need to handle everything they're going through? Thank you. Okay. Aries, it looks like something is going on in reference of your finances, okay? And the ancestors is definitely saying you have the gift to gab. You have the gift to shift this energy in some shape, form, or fashion. It could be that someone was trying to manipulate you out of your finances in some shape, form, or fashion, Aries. It looks like somebody has a hold over you in reference of some type of financial situation. I have the Poverty card here. Please help. You may be asking for help in reference of your finances. I have manipulation and I have the gift. Okay. Yeah, here's bondage. See, you may feel like you're in bondage when it comes to some type of financial situation, Aries. You can feel like somebody is holding your money, or your money may be feeling like it's bound down to some type of situation that's causing you to maybe have to ask for help. Okay. This could also be in reference of it's something that, you know, you could also be a spiritualist, okay, that has a gift, and you may be in a situation now where you feel like you're not making the money that you once made or you want to make. Just be very careful, right, in reference of, you know, what's happening. It's okay, young girl. Yeah, you have a hater here. Okay, Aries, you have a hater. Okay, this hater or this person, I feel like this is somebody that's trying to, or that's trying to hold you back, or that's causing you some type of issue, Aries. Okay, this person, maybe this person, you're unable to see. You're able to get yourself out or away from this person in some shape, form, or fashion. This person may be even trying to cause you some type of harm in reference of your finances in some way. Clarity on the gift for Aries. Clarity on the gift for Aries. Clarity on the gift. Yeah, the ancestors said this could be an Aquarius as well. But it looks like this is, the wheel is turning for you. It looks like this situation is caused by somebody who wanted to. Yeah, and you worried about your finances too, and this person, whoever this person is, you know who this person is. I got a lot of Aquarius energy here. All right. Libra as well. But I'm definitely seeing that this person is definitely trying to hold something from you, hold you back. They may have even invited you to whatever it is, or you may felt that this person invited this energy to you in some shape, form, or fashion. I don't know what that means. I'm just reading and telling you what the answers is giving me based off of the cards. But I definitely see that you're worried about the situation with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is definitely underneath of the poverty card. So you're worried about some type of financial situation, right? Um, Clarity on this, ancestors, the poverty and the Nine of Swords for Aries. How do they need to handle this? Dang, it's some type of toxic situation. The devil. This is something that some type of toxic situation you're in or attached to. This could be something you've been obsessively doing, spending a lot of money. Um, and now you have to restrict yourself in some way because you've overspent. This could be you obsessing over something. This could be you needing an intervention, definitely. Manipulation for Aries. How do they deal with this? How to handle this? Ooh, false person in reverse. This person was once looked at to you as a false person, but now maybe they're trying to make up with you. I have the Nine of Cups here, so it's like as if this person that once was a manipulator, a trickster, now it looks like they've changed their ways, or they may want to look that way. But it looks like to me the false person and the hater is here. This person is still the same. This person is wishing you nothing but bad. That's their wish fulfillment. Ugh. Bondage for Aries. Ooh, I don't like this. This could be somebody who you thought was a twin flame, a relationship. Okay. Yeah. Somebody who tried to offer you love in some shape, form, or fashion that doesn't have the money, and they're hating on you because you got the money and they don't. Okay. I'm seeing that too. This person could wind up or this person feels like you left them out in the cold. Now, the other way the answers is telling me with this as well is that somebody has stole some money from you, okay, in some shape, form, or fashion, because you left them out in the cold. They won't give you that money back, okay? They're a hater. They're trying to put you in some type of bondage as well. Be careful in reference of how to handle this. Just looking at whoever this may be, it doesn't always have to be the twin flame. I hate that word in that situation, but that's what the answers is throughout. But the other part of this is what I would say is that this person also could be somebody you work with that's manipulating or that's trying to cause you not to get the raise or the promotion, Aries. And the answers want you to use discernment, okay? Because this person may be acting like they're no longer that person that has some type of animosity towards you, when in actuality they're undercover hater, Aries, okay? Because they're coming up as the devil, okay, doing devilish things, all right, which means that could be any type of toxic behavior towards you in some shape, form, or fashion. Whoever this is, whatever this is, has you worried in your head. How do they need to handle this, ancestors? You need to piece it out. Ancestors say you need to piece it out. Let it go. Remove yourself from that energy. Move away from this person, because it's causing you nothing but pain, okay? It's causing you nothing but bondage, blockage. Okay, ancestors want you to self-love on yourself, and the ancestors behind you, Aries. That's your message. how to handle this. Ooh, child. Y'all got some heavy stuff. Ooh. God, look at that. Okay, let's keep going. Leo. Answers protect and always help us to use wisdom and knowledge. I love that. Yes. Leos. Leos. My lions and lioness. My lovers. Leo loves. Yes, Leos. How does Leos need to handle this? How does Leos need to handle this? Whatever you're concerned about, could be money. Leos, you're in the lion's gate. You're in the lion's den, number 33. Your ancestors is with you. Leos, how to handle this? Worried about a job, worried about an occupation. Leo, ancestors want you to get into alignment because you could be dealing with somebody who's trying to steal something from you, or someone who has taken something from you. That could be your concern in reference of some type of work or occupation. The ancestors want you to align with your chakras. Okay, get grounded. It's time that you maybe get out and get some nature. All right. Yeah, y'all lagging, y'all behind, some of y'all. Ancestors said, you know, whatever this concern is, some of you concerned over getting a new job, some of you concerned over your health, some of you concerned over money. The ancestors is showing here. Okay, it feels as if something has been taken from you, Leos. How to handle this? Ancestors want you to get back grounded. How to handle this concern for Leos? This concern for Leos. Thank you. Yeah, you're moving towards calmer waters, okay? You're moving away from it, Leo. Whatever you're concerned about, it's something that's going to dissipate in the next 6 weeks is what I'm seeing here, all right? This could have been some type of karmic connection. If not a karmic connection in reference of love, it could be something that you have been connected to or committed to that you're no longer going to be dealing with. Some of you, this is in reference of a vacation. Okay, you just need to get away and get a vacation, get out into the sun, okay, in some water, okay. You may be concerned. You may be concerned about this occupation. How should Leo handle this? How should Leo handle this? Thank you. Yeah, you're gonna have to handle it. I got the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. You could be worried about a job, getting a new job. You could be worried about a job offer. You could be worrying about your finances, right? And feeling left out in the cold, maybe not getting any job offers, maybe not, or getting offered not enough, you may feel, right? And so the ancestors is telling you to reconsider, right? You need to look a little further. Clarity on the advice for Leos in reference of this, ancestors. Yeah, 10 of Cups. There's definitely some things that are going to turn around for you, okay, with the 10 of Cups and the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. Ancestors want you to listen to your intuition about whatever it is that you need to do. 10 and 4, that's Callisto. That's back to your energy. So the ancestors say, this is all about you. Now is the time for you to start focusing on yourself. You need to get prepared. You need to, with preparedness, Leo, know how to handle this. Get prepared. Take a class. Do some research. Be creative. It's time to focus on you, how you're going to get out of it. That's why ancestors said focus on your chakras, your alignment, right? You are very spiritually powered, okay? So the ancestors is showing me that too. Use your spiritual gifts to get what you want as well, as what the ancestors is saying. That in that case, you need to be tapping in. You are looked at as having very high spiritual discernment, right, with the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. But you got to remember to listen to thyself. Also, you have support with family, it looks like, in reference of maybe even being out of a job, waiting on a job, or something around a job. The chakras for Leo, how to handle this in reference of the chakras for Leo. Sorry, ancestors, how to handle this chakra for Leos. Chakra for Leos. Thank you. The moon. Yeah, so it is something that you may be not seeing. You know, some of you, it's time for you to get some more rest. You need to take a break, step back. It's something that you're not seeing, something that's hidden with the moon energy on the chakras, and it's definitely you being out of alignment, even spiritually, but also health wise. It's just want you Leos to check and make sure you're staying grounded, make sure you exercising, make sure you get enough water, make sure you're doing what it is you need, because it's something you're not seeing. Okay, and this also want you to be careful on sleeping on others when it comes to your finances, because it could be someone trying to sneak and take something from you where you're not even looking, you're not even aware. Okay, because the answers are showing me this person is asleep, and then I had the thief on the bottom of the deck, so it's like you're sleeping on somebody, right? That's what I'm feeling. The answers is saying. Give me the thief for Leos, please. The thief for Leos in reference of how to handle this situation. Okay, so I have the King of Cups, I have the Ace of Pentacles, I have the Nine of Pentacles, and I have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be somebody who is trying to take some type of financial situation from you. Okay, I do have Pisces here. I have a lot of Pentacles here. So this is all about somebody taking your money, all in your money, trying to maneuver your money. So you need to be very careful. Okay, this could be about a new job opportunity, something that looks like it's too good to be true. It could be, okay, but it looks like this is a big opportunity, a small opportunity. It's two opportunities that come through. Okay, be very careful in reference of somebody trying to get away with something within this financial situation. Okay, but I also have the Nine of Pentacles that is here. That's a lot of pentacles with the King of Cups. Don't be all in your emotions when it comes to finances, Leo. Okay, pay attention, open your eyes. Okay, open your eyes, don't be blind, especially when it comes to love. And sister said, be open, okay, but don't be open. That's what I just got. Be open, but don't be open. Like, don't allow somebody to have you so love struck that you give all your money away. Give your life savings away. Don't do it. Because it's going to put you in restriction. It's going to put you in bondage. And this could be for my divine feminine. There could be somebody who is trying to take something from you that is in prison, okay? Or that you may know that it's locked up, okay? This person could be needing some type of money from you, and all in all, or either trying to gas you out of some money. This could also be, if you're doing any type of scamming, Leo, you better stop, because you're going to jail. That's another message the ancestors just threw to me. If you're doing some scamming, you're going to jail, okay? Because that goes back to this occupation and the concern about finances in some way. And this is that moon energy. And sister says somebody doing some scamming. And you getting the money. You getting to the money. But let me tell you something. You going to jail. That ain't going to resonate with everybody. But that's for my Leos. All right? That's your message. On the other part of that, Leos, you know, your concern, if it is about a job offer or something like that, be very careful, be mindful, okay? Whatever it is, all right? That's your message. Let's see. Oh, outcome message for Leo. Outcome message for Leo. I be forgetting y'all outcome message. Outcome message for Leo. Okay. I am blooming. Okay, so this is good, and it's Sedina too. So this is about empowerment. Okay, the answers want you to empower yourself right now. Okay, show yourself self-love. It's about answers said I am full of authenticity because I bloom exactly the way I always meant to be. Ashe. Oh, sorry, baby. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it where you can see it. There it go. Okay. Nice flowers and a rainbow. So the rainbow comes out after the end of a storm. So that's definitely like, yeah, nurturing my soul. So the answers is definitely saying, you know, continue to work on self, continue to do things that's going to be uplifting, and you will bloom. Okay. This is your season anyway, coming up, right? At the Cancer. So yeah. All right, moving on. Yeah, consequences. Yeah, exactly. All right, so next up is Capricorn. Baby, this resonated from beginning to end. Anthony, you crazy. Capricorn. Capricorn. Capricorn, my prayer warriors. My prayer warriors. My caps, right? So my caps in the house. Now on Capricorn. That's right. Thank you, Rose. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on with you and how you need to handle this. How does Capricorn need to handle their situation? How does Capricorn need to handle their situation, Capricorns? How do they need to handle their situation? Okay. Wow. How does Capricorn need to handle their situation? Okay. Thank you, ancestors. Okay. So the way that I'm looking at this, Capricorn, is like the ancestors is saying something you felt that, and this is around work, right? You were in some type of high honor, right? You were the one that was praised, was doing the best job there. You may have got a lot of promotions, raises, may have gotten all the kudos in the last few months. Okay. And the ancestors is saying it's something that you were in bliss of, but this came out in reverse. So you're no longer in bliss at wherever you are. You may be feeling like you're working hard. Work, labor, and efforts is here, but it may be that you feel like you're working too hard for what you're given, right? Like you may feel like you're putting in more work than what is given, although you're in high honor. Some of you could be dealing, some of you Capricorn could be connected or in the military in some shape, form, or fashion. The ancestors got moving on the bottom of the deck. So some of you Capricorns want to move on from something, maybe moving on from a business, maybe moving on from a new job, or not a new job, but a job you've been on, because it's no longer giving you the bliss, right? It's no longer giving you the love that you once received or the passion that you once received from this position, right? And you feeling like, at this point, this is a farmer, but I don't know why I'm getting like you feeling like a slave. Okay. I don't know why. I mean, I just have to be truthful. I have to just say how the ancestors throw it out to me. But you may be feeling like this is, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, you're a true sidereal. Yeah. And so it could be that, in some situations, it's like you moving on, but then underneath of moving on is poverty. And then I have Ice King. So it's like with the change, some of you is in reference of, maybe trying to move on, but you feel like you're not going to make the money that you made, right, in this position. Maybe you felt like, this position isn't going to get, or this next job or this next journey is not going to give you high honor, because right now you're in high honor. It looks like to me like the position that you're in or what you're doing right now is giving you recognition, or you may be, okay, this is another thing the ancestors just said to me, is that some of you have high seniority on your job, or you have high seniority at your position that you work in, right? But you're not happy there. You're not happy in this job. Okay. You're ready to move on. You're ready to move and look towards something, because right now it's like uncomfortable where you are for some reason. Let me clarify. Bliss in reverse for Capricorn. Bliss in reverse for Capricorn. Bliss in reverse for Capricorn. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, ancestors. Yeah, there's definitely something. This is like you were happy with the past. The Sun and the Six of Cups. And then I have the Ace of Wands. So you're ready to move forward. You want a new opportunity. It's like the ancestors is saying yes, and you are going to get an opportunity, but you got to be more creative. You got to put one foot forward. The ancestors is stepping in to help you, to move you forward to whatever it is. It's like the sun is just creeping up. Like even in the background of the Six of Cups here, it's like you can see the sun coming up. It's like the sunrise, right? Hey, Chrissy. Hey, Superwoman. So for my Capricorns, it's like the ancestors is saying you're not happy in reference of the job or the situation, or you may feel like you've been putting in a lot of labor. You've been putting in a lot of effort at your current position, right? You see the words on the thing, it says work, labor, and efforts. You've been putting in a lot of work, labor, and efforts, and you've been there for a while, some of you. And the ancestors is saying that, yes, Okay, the sun is shining down on your past, right? Because that's why you got those promotions. That's why you got that raise, right? And the ancestors is the same, but opportunity is coming in, but it's going to take you being creative, right? So just think of it like this with the Ace of Wands, because the Ace of Wands is definitely about action. So you have to take action. So you know what that means? If you're not happy with this position, although you have seniority on that job, because it's high honor is here, and you ready to move on, okay, but you feel like there's going to be some type of dip in your money, right? Or it could be that some of you getting laid off, some of you Capricorns, and you're just not happy with the situation that has happened. You may have gotten let off of a job that you've been on for years. Let me see. The ancestors want you to know that this energy that's here, how to deal with it. See, you all in your head about it. You feeling strapped down. You feel like you have no way out, but you do have a way out of this situation. The ancestors want you to take a break, take a rest. Okay, calm your mind, because some of you have been like on extra overtime, okay, in reference of your mind, right? Because the Eight of Swords is a mental card, right? Some people feel like that's the imprisonment card. Yeah, imprisoned in your own mind, okay? So the ancestors is saying that some of you, it's like you're just tired. You're tired. You need rest. You know what I'm saying? You're sick of the job. You're sick of going. At one point in time, yes, it was a bliss. Okay, it was love, but now it's not. Okay, I've been doing this for years. I'm sick of it. Okay, the Six of Cups is here. The answer is to say yes. Some of you is like, okay, what am I gonna do? Clarity. Essence gave me the Eight of Pentacles, so I know it's about y'all work. So and it's like you feel like you pinching pennies too. It's like the money that they gave you in promotions, the money that they gave you in reference of this high honor, so to say, is really not. It's really just them doing something just to smooth you over in reference of this job. Look at this 88. Okay, that 88 is coming out in reference of 16. 16 is in solid, so you're not seeing something for what it truly is. You have goals. You really want to be successful at what it is that you want to do, right? Whatever it is, a business, whatever this job is. High honor, ancestors, a reference of how to handle this for Capricorn. Ancestors say, but it's time for you to decide on whatever it is that you want to do. It's time for you to, that's temperance. So temperance is about, it's time to gain balance. It's time for the healing. It's time for you to, pour into self. Okay, it's time. So Capricorn, how to handle this? Well, yeah, some of you can move on. Okay, because I'm seeing moving on down here on the bottom. But the way to handle this is to get out your mind. Okay, you said 17 years. Wow, and I got the 16 here, so that was close, right? But the answer is definitely showing that. First of all, you got to get out your mind, and you see how she's in between these swords. She could take that blinder off and walk out. She can take it off. You can take it off with the Eight of Swords. You're not bound down. You're bound up here. You know what I'm saying? Because you have this mentality, if you move on, that you're going to be in poverty. But the ancestors is saying, clarity. You're not. Clarity. I can't make this up. And this is the Eight of Cups. Boom. Ancestors say it's time to walk away. It's time to roll out. Peace in them out. And that's 3 8s. And look underneath the deck, the 10 of Pentacles. You blocking your blessings. The ancestors gave you 888, and that's abundance. Okay, but that's also telling you too, right? 8 and 3 is 24, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But that's also telling you that you're going through an emotional time around your living conditions, right? And you feel like you're stuck. But look at these 8s. Yeah, those are miracles. Exactly, Christy. Okay, Caps. You got the 8 of Swords, you got the 8 of Pentacles, and you got the 8 of Cups. Look at this. You all in your mind, constraint about the work situation. When you get into the money, you got to save your money. You got to think smarter, right? Instead of working harder. And it's time to roll out. It's time to do what's best for you. 888. Can't get any better. Can't explain it any better, family. How to deal with handle your situation. Get to the money. Get to the money with the 888. Outcome message for Capricorn. I love that for y'all. I love y'all confirmations. There's a woman somebody, yes, boo. I love that. Yes, outcome message for my Caps. Outcome message for my Caps. Oh, Caps, listen to this. Being loud and powerful. Woo! I say, look at that. Being loud. Y'all got to see this. Hold on. Let me see. Being loud and powerful. Look at the hand up. Okay? Being loud and powerful. And you know what the ancestors say? This is the number 33 because you're in the lion's den, the lion's gate. Okay? I'm maintaining my standards and ideals, and I'm proudly loud and powerful about them. So the ancestors want you to be loud and powerful on your way out. Okay? I love that. I love that for y'all. Ashe. I'm loud and powerful on my way out with the peace sign up and the hand up. That's your message, Caps. Ooh, that was a good one for y'all. I love that. And on the bottom of the deck, remember, y'all had the 10 of Pentacles. So, yes, but you thinking you're going to be in poverty when you're not. Okay? That's just an illusion and all in your mind, Caps. All right. Next, we're getting on down. Aquarius. 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 For every problem, there's a solution, Aquarius. You have to know this as an Aquarius, all right? For every problem, there's a solution. You are the universal law of polarity. You should know about all the opposites of what you like, what you dislike, but it's all you. It's all connected. How to handle this for Aquarius? How do they need to handle this for Aquarius? How do they need to handle this for Aquarius? Ashe, how do they need to handle this for Aquarius, ancestors? How does Aquarius need to handle this? Thank you, Ashe. Oh, I love this. Oh, Aquarius. Okay. So, yes, we're on Aquarius now. Okay. You said, how did I come right into this? Chrissy crazy. I don't know. Okay, God's timing. Okay, divine's timing. Okay, so Aquarius, look at this. Something about your work, okay, that's affecting your relationship in some way, or you are getting advice about your work, or you meet a new soulmate, a nice guy on your job. Okay, I see a soulmate here, and we have work. Okay, but this is all connected to some type of mature male. Okay. Some of you Aquariuses, this could be a male that you are connected to at work. That's a nice guy. And remember, family, soulmate could be, you know, maybe a soulmate. Yes, an actual soulmate. Or a soulmate could be somebody who you just connect with, you vibe with. This person is like, you know, even best friends can be soulmates, right? So don't get cluttered with that whole, you know, love soulmate thing, right? But in some cases, this is the way the ancestors is spinning it. I have multiple messages in this message alone. Okay, so the first message is some of you are going to meet somebody at work. Okay, that relationship is going to be bomb. Okay, it's gonna be something that you've been waiting for. This person is mature. This person makes some good money. This person is your soulmate. Okay, whoever this is, Aquarius, that you wind up meeting at work. Okay, this person is gonna be able to help you get through some things. Okay, it looks like you've manifested this situation. Okay, it's like you manifested love in a way. Okay, but there's also going to be some jealousy and envy that's here. Okay, that I'm seeing that's coming up in reference of this mature man. Okay, and that's okay, because you know, every time you do something that for ascension, you're going to have tension. I always tell you guys that. Clarity on the work and the labor. Now, on the other part of the other message that I do have for someone, somebody is working. And you're working some situation, working some, you know, maybe hard labor or putting in hard work right now. And you and your husband need to discuss or talk about some type of situation around work, either his work or your work. This is your soulmate. So you guys are going to be able to come to amends with how you need to go about with this work situation, because I have the soulmate and I have the nice guy and I have the work, right? So this is all about you and your soulmate talking about some type of work situation. This person is very nice, you know, he's loving, he's going to understand whatever it is. You may want to quit your job, you may want to move on to a new job, you may want to start a business, whatever it is. This soulmate is going to be right there to support you throughout the situation, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, and how they need to handle this work and labor efforts. new beginnings. So take a leap of faith. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to, things are moving pretty quickly and fast, maybe even in reference of how you want it to go, Aquarius. And that's okay. That's probably why you're wanting to talk to your soulmate or connect with your soulmate in reference of what's happening. Now, in reference of the ones that I talked to about Aquarius with the first message about how you're getting ready to meet somebody at the job, this is all about, you meeting this new nice guy, right? Or a nice girl, right? For my Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, however it may resonate in your chart. But the answers want you to look at it as taking taking a risk, right? And not feeling like you're the fool because you may not be, even paying attention to this person, right? Because she has her eyes closed and she's looking down. So it's like somebody that you haven't been paying attention to. It's somebody who's been coming at you, maybe even full speed ahead or will. Very swiftly, very quickly, this person is. And you may not be looking at this person. This person may just be, just a mature guy that may not be all that attractive. You know what I'm saying? You may not be attracted to this person or whatever, but the answers is saying it's okay. It's all right to take, to take it slow, but also take a leap of faith and take a risk. But don't be obsessed. And hopefully this person isn't obsessed over you, okay? Because I'm seeing somebody being a little obsessed. It could be that this person has been obsessed with you, but you may not know because you haven't been looking at this person as being somebody that you found to go with or to be with or who wants to get at you, but they do. They're obsessively thinking about you, obsessively looking at you. They're obsessively doing something in reference of connecting with you in some shape, form, or fashion. Yes, and I do see that there could be some type of envy towards you in this relationship as well, because the obsessed and the jealous and the envy could also be something that somebody is looking at because it is a mature man that wants you or that wants to connect with you. I also am seeing that with the scenario that I told you, Aquarius, is on the second message about you being in a relationship already with this nice guy, your soulmate. This is for who's with somebody and who's not with somebody. I gave you the first one, right? So the second one is if you're already in a relationship, Aquarius. This is about some type of new start in reference of you moving towards maybe a new job. Maybe you want to move the family to a new position. You know what I'm saying? You want a fresh new start, but you don't want to be looked at as like, you don't want your soulmate to look at you like, this fool want to pick up and move the whole family, or want to stop working and she know we need money, or he know we need money. Or you may be obsessing about something very, very wearing yourself. Put it like that. I got the 9 of Swords here with the obsessed. So it's like you're wearing yourself. You're obsessing about the situation. You're trying to find the words to tell your soulmate, or come up with the words to tell your soulmate how and what you want to do. Okay. And the ancestors is saying, don't be a clown about it. Okay. Go ahead and move forward with it, because it's gonna to tell your soulmate, and they're gonna support you because it's gonna bring stability for you guys. Okay, so don't be in your head. That's why the clown card is here, right? It's about don't be going against what you think is going to happen. Put it like that. A lot of you guys put in your mind that things aren't going to work out right, but if you just take the first initiative step in reference of discussing this and not obsessing about it, right, then things can work in your favor and they'll bring that coin in. Okay, and maybe he hasn't realized it's going to bring the coin in of whatever else you want to do. That's going to be a new beginning for you, Aquarius. All right, let's see. Now, for some of my Aquarius, this is about you working hard and you getting away from this guy who you thought was a soulmate. This person is obsessed with you, and he's a clown or she's a clown. This person is maybe does drugs and the answers is telling you it's time for you to move away from this person. Okay, that you once thought was a soulmate. I'm seeing that here too, where it may have looked like this person, or this person may have looked like to others like the nice guy, but the secret is, okay, is that this person isn't. This person is really hiding behind who they truly are. This person eyes could always be red, okay, from doing some type of drug, smoking, drinking, whatever. Okay, this could have been like you could have felt like this person was your soulmate, and there you are, the Star card and the 3 of Swords. So this is heartbreak. Okay, but you're trying to have faith in this situation. You may be even still trying to connect with this person because you feel this person is your soulmate, but this person is not. This person is definitely a clown. Okay, this person is definitely obsessed over you, but it's causing you this. Okay, and the answers is telling you it's time to move away. That's the secret. It's time for you to move away from this situation. That's for somebody. That's very specific, because the star card showed up as soon as I got the Three of Swords. So that let me know that somebody is very hopeful and still trying to have faith in a relationship or a situationship that's causing you some type of pain. And that ain't right. So you need to release and let that go. You could be a lot of secrets around the relationship, or a secret that this trash box is holding from you that's obsessing over the situation. So that's why the ancestors said it's time for you to move forward. Don't be the fool. Okay? That's how you need to handle that, Aquarius. And I gave you guys like three different scenarios. All right. Outcome message for Aquarius. I'm sweating, so I must be hitting it for somebody in Aquarius. I don't know, but I started pouring. I'm sweating so bad. Aquarius ancestors, clarity in reference of Aquarius outcome on how they need to handle this. Aquarius. Thank you. Woo, that card flipped out, looks dead. Let me get it off the floor. Okay. Softening my heart. 22. As it said, don't be tricked out of some things by softening your heart, trying to stay with this trickster though. I'm no longer willing to let bad experiences take over my heart. It's time to let go of the negativity. Didn't I say that? Boom. Yes, ancestors come through. Okay? Softening my heart, Aquarius. Softening your heart, but don't allow no one to take advantage over your heart. Okay? It's time to let go of negativity. I love that for Aquarius. All right? And that could be even that job that's trying to cause you pain, or whatever financial situation, whatever that Three of Swords was coming out for you about. It's time to let go of that negative situation. All right. This is me moving away from someone better. Exactly, T Rose. I'm sorry, Bella. I had got hot. Aquarius. Woo, what in the world y'all got going on? All right, next, Cancer. Cancer. Whew, child. Cancer. Cancers. Let's see what Cancers. How does Cancers need to deal with this? How does Cancer need to deal with this? That's why I don't do all signs. It'll take forever. How does Cancer need to deal with this? Ooh, Cancer. Okay. Wow. Some type of animosity is somebody trying to take something from you, but you protect it though, Cancer. Ashe. Look at this. Okay. So there's some type of thief. Okay. Now on Cancer. Yes. Here's the protection. Okay. And here's the priest. All right. So the priest is like the Hierophant in this deck, okay, or the Hierophant, okay. Yeah. Excuse me. So this could also, I have the occupation on the bottom of the deck again. So for my Cancers, the first thing came out was a thief. So there's somebody or someone trying to take something from you or steal, or there's something that you may not be seeing, that somebody's hiding behind a mask that's maybe trying to take some type of financial or monetary situation from you, okay? But the ancestors has you covered, okay? You're in a bubble of love, okay? A bubble of protection, honey, okay? That's always how I start out my prayer. But anyways, so the ancestors is definitely showing that you are protected. This looks like this has to do with your earthly possessions, your finances, your home, your car, your money. It's something that goes back to your physical needs, okay? And the ancestors is showing that you're highly protected, highly covered in reference of this situation. It looks like the ancestors just want you to have continuous faith in whatever this is. You could be going to see a priest or a pastor or a spiritualist or something of that sort to help you. This could be in reference of a job. This could be you moving into some type of position that is all about spirituality, okay, of some sort. But I have the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So this is all about you having some type of abundance or some type of new situation coming in that's going to flourish in some shape, form, or fashion. I'm also seeing for some of you, you may feel that something, you've been paying a lot of money I don't know why this is coming out, but this is for somebody specifically. You're paying a lot of money, or you've been feeling like you're being robbed when it comes to some type of medical bill. Okay, ancestors is saying, but you're protected. So whatever they thought that they were taking from you or stealing from you, you're gonna get it back. Okay, have faith and know and stay positive in whatever this is. Okay, that's specifically for some Cancer out there. I don't know. For some Cancer, this is a new job you're looking at that you're trying to. Okay, see you later. Have a good night. For some Cancer, this is about a new position. You may be feeling like you're that you're something around a new job or a job opportunity is someone's trying to take it from you, but in actuality the ancestors is saying you're protected. It's not going to be taken from you. The opportunity is still here. Okay, you have to have faith. Clarity on the thief for Cancer. How to handle this for Cancer. How to handle this for Cancer. Thief. Okay, so I got a King of Wands here. Okay, so that goes back to in the Knight of Cups. So some type of opportunity that you could have been given in reference of some type of offer. Okay, someone could have offered you some type of position, or this could be that this is also could be some type of love offering. Okay, with the King of Wands. Okay. Picking up Aries energy, Leo energy, Sagittarius energy. It could be any three of those, I'm gonna say, right? It could be Taurus as well. But I'm picking up energy in reference of someone trying to play you, right? Cancer, clarity on the protection. The Two of Cups. Yeah, so this is could be in reference of you, and here's the Knight, King of Cups. So I got a lot here in reference of love. Okay, this could be somebody trying to reconcile with you, but really in actuality, they're just reconciling with you because of what you have and what you can offer them, Cancer. Okay, that's just straight up what the answers is giving me here. I'm showing you're going to come together with someone or something that's it's like rejection is protection for you, Cancer. Is what I'm seeing here, is why the answers is telling you how to handle this is for you to pretty much understand that you are protected. Okay, I understand to stay, you may be in your feelings because that's how most Cancers are anyway. You're very emotional, but the answers is just telling you for some reason it's all about you staying positive. Okay. Priest here for Cancer on how they need to handle this. Priest for Cancer. Thank you. Yeah, the Knight of Swords and the legal issues. It could be something that you're going through in reference of a divorce or some type of legal situation that looks like it was moving pretty quickly and swiftly for you. So the answer is just saying for you to stay positive. It could be some type of legal situation about you coming together with whatever this person or this situation may be. But you just need to know that you are protected, Cancer. Whatever this legal situation is, it looks like it's going to come swiftly towards you, but it looks like it's going to, the Wheel of Fortune is here. So it's going to go in your favor. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune and the legal issues, that's something that you're not seeing at this time. Occupation for Cancer. Yeah, Two of Wands. It's like you're going to have to make a decision though, okay? Because there's something that's trying to stop you from moving towards this situation in some shape, form, or fashion. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're being divinely guided. The answers is saying whatever is not happening for you right now, Cancer, you are protected because of that. Okay, you have protection. All right, that's the main message for you all the way around, Cancer. I mean, that's what it keeps coming out every time I pull something different. Okay, the answer is giving me the divine guidance for you, even when it comes to something legally for you, because it's ending and it's going to be something that is going to move in your favor. You have the 10, you have the Wheel. The secret is what you're worried about. You may feel that this is something that is causing you some pain and something that may come up from the past, but it's something you're going to have to walk away from. You're unable to see it at this time. All right. So that's what it's looking like. How to handle this. Continue to stay positive. Continue to understand that the divine is guiding you to the light. You see the light? Okay. For some of you, you're going to have to make a decision. Clarity on last message in reference on how to, be careful because somebody could be lying to you about something, Cancer. They could be trying to act like something is, going a certain way, but it's not. This person is not telling you the truth. This is a false person. And they could be gaslighting you is what I'm hearing. Yeah, listen to your intuition, okay? There's a new opportunity that's going to come in, okay? You're guided by the Most High. All right. Outcome message for Cancer. I like your message. I love when the protection card comes out when somebody's thinking they're trying to take something from you when it's not going to go that way. Outcome message for Cancer. Outcome message for Cancer in reference of how to handle this. How to handle. Oof, gosh, hit me in the face, Spirit. Okay. I'm becoming everything I'm not. I'm not changing for anything or anyone. I'm celebrating pure authenticity and unbecoming everything I'm not. So the answers is telling you to release what it is that you may be feeling like you're supposed to be doing or stepping into. And this is also rejection is protection to be just you, Cancer. Love that for you. Okay. All right. And last but not least, Libra. Libra. Oh, I put them cards with the wrong cards. Okay. Libra. All right. T-Rose probably gone now. It's so long. Oh. Thanks, T-Rose, for hanging in there with me. I'm gonna make you a mod, T-Rose. Thank you so much. Libra. How to handle this for Libra? I just seen karma. How does Libra need to handle this? I don't know how to do it while we on here though. Let me see if I'm gonna do it before I get off here. Heading out to Miss T. Okay, Libra. Libra. I'll be there soon. Libra, how to handle this? Okay. All right, Libra. Libra, you going through some okay, thank you. I'll be there soon. Okay, Libra. So there is definitely some things going on with you in reference of some type of emotional, mentally emotional, unstable situation that's here. Okay, this is about some type of health concern. It looks like in the answers is also gave me the lust card. This could be something that you found out how to handle this. It could be some type of situation that you had in reference of dealing with someone with a disease or getting some type of contracted disease is what I'm seeing here in reference of this message, right? Allegedly, I don't know, right? Because I don't know your story, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing here in reference of this health concern. But the answers is in the lust, right? So because lusting after something in someone, Libra, could actually bring you to this type of health concern where it's like affecting your mental in some shape, form, or fashion. This could also be that you're lusting after things that's causing you some type of mental instability. Okay. And that doesn't have to do with any type of sexual situation either. It could just be you lusting after, money, and you causing yourself mental strain because you running and chasing at the money. You should never chase after anything, right? Because that's a frequency, that's the energy. You should allow it to flow into you, right? Because what your frequency is and what your energy is how it's going to come to you anyway. So that's what you should know. The answer is definitely showing I also have the community on the bottom of the deck. You could be having some conflict with the community. I have conflict and community here, or you could be having some type of situation going on in reference of maybe even helping or helping someone or trying to help someone in some type of community that is going through some type of health concern. It's making and draining you, right? Emotionally. Libra. Libra, I'm also seeing that there could be some type of situation that you're going through, just health-wise, period, right? And it could be causing you some type of pain, okay? And it's making you do some things, maybe, that maybe they're not like you, right, at the moment, but because of what you're going through, it could be causing you some type of major pain that is making you do some toxic behavior, okay? Mentally, emotionally unstable. Yeah, it's like, you're going to have a wish fulfillment in reference of this change in this false person or whatever this situation may be that's causing you some type of pain or something of that sort, or it could be somebody's wish fulfillment to cause this pain on you. This person is a clown is what the answers is saying. This could, I'm showing a star card here, okay? So that's you having hope and faith, but that's also, I'm picking up Aquarius energy also, Libra. This person is obsessed with you. I have a karmic connection that's here. Okay, Libra. This could be about a situation of someone who decided to do this to you, right? In reference of what I was telling you about with the whole health concern, or somebody giving you something that you just found out about and it's causing you some type of headache or pain. I'm seeing that as well, Libra. Health concern for Libra. Health concern. How should they handle this? Yeah, moon energy. Somebody lied to you about something and kept it hidden. You could be lying to others in reference to what's happening with you. But there's definitely something that is hidden in reference of a health concern. You may want to go and get it checked out, okay, Libra, because you're all in your emotions about this situation. In actuality, the answers is definitely telling you to go get yourself checked and also have a second opinion done, okay? Because it's like, you could have something told to you by a doctor and it's truly not that, right? It could be something different is what I'm picking up on, okay? Clarity on the mentally and unstable. Yeah, it's time for you to get some rest. It's time for you to step back from some things. And, it looks like you've been, worrying, worryation, emotionally unstable, mentally unstable. And the answers is telling you is also about finances. You've been worrying and it's causing your body and you to have physical ailments by being so stressed out and worried about money. And the answers is saying, maybe even sleeping a lot because you're trying to sleep away the pain of not having something or feeling in the lack of. And the ancestors want you to handle it by not feeling lack of anything, but to actually understand that it's time for you to come out of this energy because it's causing you some type of health concern. Why is the lust here? Yeah, it's like and this could also be some type of situation or strict conflict or restrictions or some type of situation with others around a child. You could have some type of situation going on around a child. This could be your child or grandchild, I'm hearing, or just a child in general that is in your presence, that is innocent, but there's some type of conflict or something that is causing you to be upset. It's causing you mental anguish. It's causing you health concerns. It could even be a child with health concerns. This also could be Libra, that you found out about somebody being, I hate to say this, you could have found out, Libra, that somebody was like molested as a child. Because I have lust on the innocent child, and then I have the Five of Wands. So I had to be truthful in the message. A male, this male could have been in the family, My God. Yeah, you're the magician, right? But the magician is also in the reverse, could be the trickster, which is Uranus energy, which goes back to that type of energy. And the ancestors say, yeah, this is a trash box. Okay, this person, you have the resources it takes to take care of this situation, though, for this child, for this innocent child. Okay. So the way you need to handle it, you need to do all what's in your power and your might to take care of this situation for this innocent child, because this person right here is a clown. That could be the health concern and what I was seeing and ancestors was saying before. And now that's got you mentally drained and emotional unstable because of what's happened to this child. Hierophant is here. And the Emperor. This could be even a father. Confirmation, clarification. The Hierophant and the father. Ancestors telling you to definitely boss up, though, and stay committed to the situation. Okay, don't be an avoidance of the situation. Bring everything to the light. Don't allow it to stay in the darkness. Take care of this situation with this child, Libra. Okay, if you can, please. Because that moon energy, this could be with your daughter, somebody's daughter. I don't like that. But I have to be truthful in the message. Okay? Please, please, please get this person or this child some help. You may be going to see a pastor. It could be a pastor. Oh. All right. I'm out of there. Outcome message for Libra. Libra, you are the messenger of judgment. You must bring all things to light. Clarity outcome message for Libra. Clarity outcome message for Libra on how to handle this. Woo. Thank you, ancestors. That energy is fierce. Appreciate myself and empowerment, right? With the I am blooming, but appreciate myself in reference of the number 21, which is this violence that's happening against whoever this person is, or the health concern or whatever. It says I completely know my own worth and honor and love my wonderful soul. So loving on self, but also showing that love to others. That's how you need to handle it. And empower yourself to be able to tell the truth and love on self and love on others. All right. So that, family, almost 2 hours of the zodiacs, how to handle it. I will try to come back and timestamp it, but if you needed to know how to handle a situation, hopefully this gave you some confirmation, clarification, and some motivation in reference of how to handle whatever you're going through at this time. I will be back tomorrow to do some single personal messages for the collective. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Make sure you hit the like button on the video if you come in after this. Timestamp if you come in after this and you need to want to timestamp your sign. You are so welcome, Lily, and I appreciate everybody hanging in here with me for tonight. I will see you guys soon. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, readings are on sale right now on my website, or you can email me at AllInTheKards@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, swinging down below here, AllInTheKards.com, and book out under services. All right. Much love to you guys. Peace. You welcome. Y'all are welcome. Peace, family. Peace, 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 and love. Peace.